Start off with Mr. Vito Stellino.
Well, you're disappointed Oakland to make a better offer?
So what happened with that is they made a good offer back in back in November, and it was a good offer. But at the time, there was a lot of uncertainty there. They're working with an interim coach, and a lot of uncertainty about who the coach was going to be in the future. And me and my agents just said, we'd rather have this conversation after the season, when we know kind of a little bit of what's more settled. And obviously they brought in a completely new staff, and the new staff there wanted to go in a different direction. And that's part of the business. And I was fine with that, and moved into free agency, and was ready to look for a new spot.
So at the end of the season, they didn't offer you what they offered you in November?
Correct, yeah.
What did you like about this bid?
I tell you what, I didn't know a lot about Jacksonville until I came on my visit here. That was probably 3 weeks ago. And I was really impressed with everything I found, starting with Gus Bradley. I mean, he really blew me away, kind of laying out his vision for what he wants a football team to look like and how he wants everybody to interact. And I tell you, I was really impressed. And from talking to some of the guys I knew on the team, it sounded like guys were buying into his vision, and it was just kind of a matter of adding some of the right pieces to a team that already has a lot of young talent. And I was really excited about that, and I knew Greg Olson well. I know he's a good coordinator. I know his system, and I know it'll work. And so all those things adding together, I think, are what I liked.
You obviously helped Derek last year. You guys faced tons of pressure, but he rarely got sacked. How much do you think you can help Blake in kind of the same manner, since he's still such a young guy?
Yeah, I think I can help a lot, and it's part of knowing the system. I know Greg Olson's system well, and his system is a quarterback-friendly system, I think. Olson's big on kind of anything a defense wants to throw at you, he wants to be ready for it. And, there's a lot of preparation that goes into that and a lot of communication, but, he doesn't want his quarterback getting hit, and I think that's a really good philosophy to have. He's also big on getting the ball out, which is, I think, very quarterback-friendly. Which will help Blake, and I'll be happy to work with Blake. I know with Carr, we met a lot. We were always on the same page, and I felt like I took some pressure off him because I did a lot of the communicating on the line and with the running backs and all, so that Derek could just think about who's going to be open, and I think that makes things easier.
Do you expect to start from day one, or do you just merely expect to compete for a starting job from day one?
My plan is to be a starter. I don't know exactly. I think the coaches, might say they want me to compete. I've been a starter, since I've been in this league, and I expect to continue to be one. But if I got to compete to get there, that's fine. However that works out.
Where are you at with your shoulder?
Shoulder rehab's going well. So I had surgery in January. It's like a 4 to 5 month total rehab process. So. About 3.5 months in, and my doctor and my trainer I've been working with are fully confident I'll be ready to go by training camp, and that's kind of the goal.
Is that a chronic torn labrum?
Yeah, it was a torn labrum. Yeah.
Is that a chronic type of thing, or did that really over a couple of years build up, or was that just?
No, it was just kind of one hit did it. Was playing against San Diego last year, got hit kind of awkwardly, and I could tell right after the game something was wrong. Got an MRI, saw it was torn, and kind of went back and forth on whether I should keep playing or not with it, but decided I wanted to play on it. And I still thought I played at a high level with it. Didn't miss a practice, didn't miss a game, but got it fixed up there after the season.
Would you be okay center or guard?
Yeah, I've played both, and I feel comfortable at both. I definitely like some aspects of center. I kind of like making all the calls and just seeing everything. It's kind of fun. I've kind of always been a nerd, to be honest. In school, going back to high school and college and whatnot. So that the intellectual kind of side of football I enjoy, which is prevalent at the center position, not so much at guard.
Olson was here, and then you had Greg Olson. What was he like working with a rookie quarterback like Derek, and what do you think he can bring Bortles here in year 2?
So Olson's really smart. He's really dedicated to. He watches so much tape. He sees everything, and he. I think he does a great job getting his quarterbacks prepared, just kind of going through every possible situation that they might face from a defense, anything that could happen with routes, and just has them prepared for whatever might come at them. And I think he did a good job, too, being patient. Obviously, Carr was a rookie, but Carr was smart and wanted to work his butt off and learn as much as he could, and I think they worked well together.
What was your impression of Doug Marrone when you visited with him?
I liked him a lot. He's my kind of guy. He's a Northeast guy, tough guy. Not that you guys aren't tough down here. That's not what I'm saying. But he's very smart. Seemed like very a good communicator, and he's definitely the kind of guy that seems like he's going to hold his guys to a high standard. And I've asked around about him from different coaches and heard nothing but good things.
You said you had talked with a couple guys already on the team to get a sense of what it was like here. Who were you friends with already?
I knew Puz Lesney, being a Penn Stater, and Allen Robinson, and a couple other guys that were here briefly and left. Some Penn Staters, Nate Stupar, Matt Stankiewicz. Not here anymore, but they were around and kind of gave me a feel of what it was like here.
How much does that resonate when it's from a player who no longer is an employee with the team?
That's pretty cool, because they have no reason not to be honest, right? They're not here anymore, and when people who aren't here still rave about what the atmosphere and the culture is like, that definitely speaks a lot to what's going on.
Signing 1-year deal. What's your goal to lift him up again next year, or you hope to convince them to sign a long-term deal, or what's your
Yeah, so I had been looking to maybe sign a long-term deal going into free agency and thought that might happen, but most teams were concerned about the shoulder, so they didn't want to do that, and so I said that's fine. I'll do a short-term deal and prove that I'm healthy, prove that I'm the kind of player that's worth a long-term deal, and so that's my plan, is to prove that this year.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.